So it's been a couple days since the Genshin 5.0 patch dropped, and with it, we got a new region, a totally new cast of characters, and a brand new Archon quest. But as you all know, I haven't played Genshin in over a couple months, and if you are like me, you might also notice that the Genshin community overall has been exceptionally hyped for the new Pyro region. Not to mention, Hoyoverse has gone above and beyond with the marketing for this patch, even going as far as letting quite a few YouTubers play the Natlan region on early access. So you gotta ask, does the pre-release hype hold up to players' expectations, and is it worth getting back on the game if you haven't played for a while? Hi, I'm Nito Kuraragi, VTuber gamer extraordinaire, and today we are answering all these questions about Natlan. Disclaimer, there might be slight visual spoilers ahead, you've been warned. In the past few days, I've been playing Genshin quite a bit, and I just completed the Natlan Archon quest yesterday. So when I talk about Natlan, there are two things that come immediately to my mind. The overall difference in design for the new region, and the huge additions to mobility and traversal mechanics around the region. Genshin has always had a different visual theme for every new region they launch. But one thing stayed consistent, the look of the colors. I don't know how to explain this as I'm not too very good in art, but Natlan changes all that with a fresh coat of paint. It feels more vibrant and more sharp than we've ever seen in any previous nations. And the overall environment design is very on your face, for the lack of a better word. I'm not doing a very good job at explaining this, am I? You see, when they first showcased the region, I felt like it was too bright and too out there, and honestly, I didn't see it fit within the world of Teyvat. But as I explored through the region, it started to fit in. It was like a breath of fresh air. I felt like every part of Natlan told a different story about the tribes that lived there. Honestly, they did a really good job having different vibes for different parts of the region. Especially the Night Kingdom. Like, the best way to describe it would be that the word sinister had a physical manifestation. Best part of it all, when bundled with the new traversal mechanics, it comes together as a perfect package. Which brings us to my second point. Every patch in Genshin introduced a new way to travel around the world. From wind gliders and air currents in 1.0 to web sapping around to literally swimming underwater in Fontaine. Not to mention, we also got introduced to characters like Yelan, Wanderer, and Furina, who have their own unique movement skills like flying and running on water. I have to say though, I love Arlecchino's charge attack animation. It just looks cool. Anyways, what I want to say is, mobility and traversal within a region has never been better than today. Whether it is surfing on top of Moalani's Sharky or zooming up a cliff on Kachina's Beyblade, exploration has never been more fun and readily available than it is now. Oh, you say you don't have Moalani or Kachina? I present to you Pokemons. Or at least Genshin's rendition of them. The Saurian companions are readily available for any and everyone, and they are a whole lot of fun to move around with. My personal favorite being the Yumkasaurus. Like, come on, who doesn't like swinging around like Spider-Man, dude? That's fun. So far, there are only 3 types of Saurians from the 3 different tribes that have been introduced, and each of them serve a very specific traversal purpose. You want to cross this lava lake? Become a Koholosaurus. Oh, this cliff is too high for your stamina bar? Don't worry. We have Tepetlisaurus to make you one with the cliff. Want to cross this huge gap? Say hi to our good friend Yumkasaurus. We still have that zapping thing, but now we can do it whenever we want. And these are just the 3 from the tribes introduced so far. Who knows, we might even get even more fun and crazy ones in the future when we get more tribes introduced to us. Now before I head out, I just wanted to touch on the story of Natlan, and although I won't be spoiling any of it, I will just say that Natlan's story is building up to be something really big. The work they put into the full Capitano vs Mavuika fight animation during the Archon quest was a literal work of art. And if you haven't watched it yet, I urge you to play the Natlan Archon quest, or at least watch the animation on YouTube. Capitano is definitely turning out to be an extremely interesting character, and I want to see more of him. It'll be a shame if they don't make him playable, dude. Plus, the whole cast of characters have quite a bunch of interesting people. I'm definitely looking forward to more interaction with Mavuika in general, and also, we need a dedicated Chaska story quest. Girl deserves it. And of course, I cannot wait to meet our poster child Yansan. Since she was in the Teyvat Travail trailer, I'm hoping she would have a huge role to play in the Natlan story arc. And from what I saw during the Archon quest, I love her personality and character design. Also, Hoyoverse, when are we getting part 2 of Bennett's story quest? We've been waiting since Mondstadt for this. Just give it to us already, come on. So overall, I would say that Natlan has indeed lived up to its expectations. I, for one, am happy that I came back to Genshin on this patch. There are still things that desire much improvement, but the game as it is right now has stirred my interest yet again. Personally, I'm more of a person who judges a game by its quality of core gameplay rather than visuals, but for Natlan, I'm equally amazed by the sheer amount of gameplay improvements and the visual style. So what about you? Will you be coming back to Genshin? And do you think Capitana will be playable? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like and consider subscribing with the notifications on. I hope you all have an amazing weekend and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye!
I mean it. They don't fuck with me even if they could. Pull up this stick, hit a push with the wood. First up, I roll with wrist in the foot. Don't worry about us over here, we good. The AP Roman numeral everywhere go. I need pharmaceuticals. I run my whole conglomerate. I was just mapping shoes at the cuckoo.